Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Void Tyrant. Now, this is a game that I started playing on my iPhone, but I stopped playing it, not because I didn't enjoy it, but because there were forced ads. So I saw that the game was on Steam, and I saw that it was 50% off. Normally it's $10, and I got it for like 5 during the Steam Spring Sale. And I wanted to just quickly show you it, because it's actually a lot of fun. It operates on a blackjack mechanic, where you and your opponent will be drawing cards and trying to get closest to the max without going over. And whoever is closest without going over to the max will do damage based on the difference. So if I get a 9 out of 10 and my opponent gets a 7 out of 10, that's a difference of 2. 9 minus 7 is 2. So I strike them 2 times, and whatever my attack strength is, that's how much damage I do to their HP bar. Now, this is also a rogue-like/light. I'm not sure. I mean, there is permanent progression in this, so I guess it's more of a rogue-light that way. But there is this town here that I'll show you real quick. I'm going to be unlocking more stuff as I play, but you'll be able to, for example, go to this store, and the gold that you earn in between each run will allow you to purchase things to upgrade your town, and you can unlock new hero classes. Like there's a duelist and an assassin class that you can unlock there. Town upgrades, there are various buildings that you can unlock, so shooting range. So every time you start a new run, you will become more powerful, assuming that you've unlocked something new in town that gives you these things. Starting gear, you can make these better as well. That allows you to start the run with a slight advantage, but I have to warn you folks, it's still a blackjack style kind of game, and RNG in this game, let me tell you, there are some battles I'm like, oh yes, I'm hitting every perfect number, and if you manage to get exactly the max, you do bonus damage. And there are times where I'm just drawing the right cards. Like your deck just consists of numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And you're going to be drawing these numbers hoping that you don't bust. You also have a separate deck of cards that you can spend mana on to activate certain things, like manipulate numbers, or attack with a special thing, defend with a special thing. And some of these cards are like, on victory this happens, and on defeat this happens. So you have to, strategize and really pay attention to what you're doing. Now, based on what I know, and I'm actually reading the Steam store page here and their forums, because I was like, well, what's the difference between the mobile version and the Steam version? And there's this helpful Steam forum post. No ads and no in-app purchases. In the mobile game, you could watch ads to unlock these card packs that you could use. They were called spirits. And in the Steam version, spirits are just something that you'll unlock over time, and you can upgrade them over time. Whereas in the mobile version, I think you just paid for them with real money, or you watched ads to use them. Also, wider format screens, according to this, although the largest resolution I seem to have is 1920 by 1080. Like, that's the largest window size here, which is kind of weird. My monitor is 3000 by 2000 something. So it's just kind of weird that way. Speaking of options, just go ahead and pause this real quick if you want to see that in greater detail. Also, hotkeys and key rebinding, controller support, accessibility features, full screen or windowed, Steam Cloud, Steam Achievements. Those are the main differences between the Steam version and this mobile version that I spoke of. Again, what you're seeing now is the Steam version, obviously. Anyway, so let's go back to the game, and I've got 680 coin, so I really can't do much with that. If I go to the store and take a look at the starting gear, I need 750 for this Squire breastplate, so I need another run under my belt in order to really use that. Hero classes, again, I have 5,000 for that. I simply don't have that. Any upgrades here, all of these are like high up there, 750, 1500, 1000, so I can't afford any of those as well. So I'll have to go back on a run. And as I was saying earlier, like, this game is heavily RNG, in the sense that, you draw great sometimes, and then your opponent will just wipe you out in 3 turns because you're like, whoa, what just happened? He drew perfectly every single time. It's so frustrating sometimes. You're doing so great, and then all of a sudden, due to bad luck, your end card draws, your game is just over. And you're like, whoa, what just happened? What just happened? Anyway, Yes, you could take missions, by the way, and you know, you can earn extra rewards that way if you complete them. Let's go and actually go into, or we'll start one. Again, you can see that there's different classes that you can unlock. Beacon of Faith, but I have to do various things before I can unlock these different classes. But you start with this Knight, and you can see their stats: combat, tactics, and magic. I guess we'll just draw a random Knight, and this is the character that we get. Class perk, potions and health shrines are 50% more effective. This actually changes. The perk that I had in the previous run was different. Race perk, 10% extra experience gain. And then my starter deck up here. Again, this is more for mana than anything else. So we'll hire this recruit, obviously. And sort of like in FTL and other roguelite Slay the Spires, you're going to be traveling along this tree, and you can branch in different directions, kind of, sort of. I mean, there's not a whole lot of options. It's just one or two, really. But you can visit planets you've already been to, or you can visit new planets, and you can kind of see what you're getting into on the left. It says never completed. I think I did this just off camera. Yeah, previously completed. We'll just do this one. We'll hit launch. And I know I give the game a little crap because it is RNG heavy, but at the same time, I kind of enjoy it. I was really enjoying it on the mobile too, but again, forced ads, I immediately uninstalled that. Okay, so I can switch out equipment from here if I need to. He's always off to the side. I'm just going to hit leave. And when I say gear, my character has various like weapons and different things on my character. I don't know if there's a way to actually see that from here. Yeah, on the very top, there's my character there. You start with like just your standard knife and whatever starting gear that you purchased before in the town. These are the cards in the deck that I could use, various perks, and you'll be earning more stuff along the way. Followers, you can buy followers in your run. Keep in mind that these weapons that you find and followers that you purchase in your run will go away at the end of your run. But, again, permanent upgrades in town will allow you to progress and become a little stronger. We're just going to move forward here. Okay, so we're going to skip the story just to move forward. Alright, so there's this slime, and, okay, so what you're looking at on the very top middle, you've got 30 HP, that's its health, and then 15 HP, which is its, mana, MP, which is mana. You can see how much attack it does if it's successful in getting higher than me without busting. On the very bottom of the screen is my health and my mana pool. And as you can see, these cards require mana to play them. This one, for example, just adds 1 to 3 at random to my gauge. So if I'm just beating him or tied with him, and I'm not fear of like going over, then I may want to play this just to ensure a victory. If we tie, then nothing happens typically. I have a +1 modifier. So the way this works is you're going to draw a card from your deck. And I got a 2. He got a 2. Now you'll note that the enemy has these little dark red sections here. That means that once he enters that area, he will no longer draw cards, just to prevent himself from going over. It's still possible, however, that if you were on this last spot and you draw like a 6, he would still just bust. In that event, whatever you're currently on, it'll take the difference of where you are now, where he was before he busted, and then that difference is how much damage you do. I'm going to go ahead and draw another card. I'm up to 6. He's up to that. 5. I think that's a good time to stop. I'm going to go ahead and use this simple knife. It's going to cost me 10 mana to use. It inflicts bleeding for 2 turns. So, assuming I'm successful. You'll note that the text says, victory, add an extra strike that will inflict bleeding. So if I do not win this particular attack, then this card does nothing. So I have to make sure I'm going to win in order to use this card. And I think I have a good chance of winning that. Okay, I won by 1, actually. He got really lucky there. But my simple knife still kicks in, and I did some damage, and he is now bleeding. Okay, let's go ahead and 5. Now, I could have, at 11, played this +1 to give myself 12. And again, whenever you max out your bar completely without busting, you get, like, extra critical attack, which is great. He's at 9. Okay, let's do that. 3. I'm going to play this 1 to 3. You have 5s and 6s in your deck, and I have no idea. I don't count the cards to know what's already been played. I'm going to play this just to be safe. It's a 1. Ooh. Alright, I'll play this one just to get a... Yep. Now I'm at 10 to 9, and we'll just attack. I'm hoping that bleed. Okay. One more round ought to do it. 1, 4, 4. He's at 7. He's going to stop there, so just end my turn. Dead. Awesome. So, yep, completing some mission progress there. Earning magic points for every hit that I do, which is nice. And I earned some money. Now, the money doesn't go away at the end of your run. That sort of carries back to your base based on how well you do. You can either go straight toward the boss, or you can sometimes sidetrack and do things like this. Is someone in danger? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. The tunnels. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. Sometimes it's a reward chest. Other times it's a monster. You never know. Of course it's an encounter. Some kind of nasty little looking mushroom. Alright. So 3. For 3 rounds, opponent takes 6 damage every time they play a hand card. So every time I play something from my hand, I'm going to take damage. That sucks. So I have to hope that RNG is on my side. Yeah, I'm still good. Draw 6. Nice. Oh, perfect. How you like them apples? Alright. Again, cannot play anything from my hand because of the spore cloud. 5, 5. Okay, stopping there. Ooh, he busted. Alright, that was pretty lucky. Alright, moving on to the next one. Ooh, I got a thing. Okay, let's compare what I've got. So you can only carry one weapon at a time, and you can compare them. This Precision Dirk adds a critical strike that will inflict bleeding. Again, this will replace the card that I have in my deck. I used the Simple Knife already, so it's in my discard pile. But anyway, I can replace the Simple Knife with this Precision Dirk. And that actually gives me more damage per hit. I'm going to go ahead and take that. So, it also has some extra bonuses. Your deck gets 2 copies of this card instead of the normal 1. Okay, I will take that and replace my dagger. Again, I don't get to keep the Dirk for my next run, but for this entire playthrough until the end of the run, I get to use it. I've just leveled up, so I'm going to give myself more melee attack. And now I can choose a new card. Shield Bash is add 1 strike. If you're holding a shield, the strikes are critical. I don't have a shield. Gain 1 damage bonus for the remainder of the battle. It costs 20, but it's expensive. Yeah, that might help me in some situations. I can also now choose a new perk. Critical hits now deal 3 bonus damage or thick skin, 1 natural armor point, and 50% resistance to bleeding. I like the defensive tanky stuff. I'm going to go ahead and take that. Alright, moving on. Another bad guy? My child, you're looking a bit pale. Allow me to look at you. Remove ailments or take as follower. What do I get with the follower? So this druid, I get 5 health, 5 mana, max mana, and 20, I guess, resistance to something. There's no tooltip here. And bonus card, what is that? Oh, it's Druid's Remedy. Remove all your current afflictions and curses and restore 5 HP for each one removed. That could be useful. Do I want to spend 30, though, on this follower? Yeah, why not? Just fine. Probably a mistake, but, you know, so it goes. Another encounter. Alright, we'll draw a card. No more Spore Cloud, so I can play cards again. I try not to. Shuffle 3 onions into the opponent's deck. I'm assuming they just junk up my stuff. 6. Ooh, there's a chance I could draw a 5 or a 6. I may want to stop here. This is a good one. Deal 6 damage, your opponent becomes unbalanced. When drawing the next dealer card, double its value. That could be really bad if he draws a 1 or 2, but if he draws a 3 or higher, he'll bust. You know what, let's do it just for fun. And we'll hit go. Okay, he totally busted on that. Nice. Alright. 1. 1. 2. 5. Ooh, okay. 1. He's gonna stay pat. 6. I will stop there. That's 3 damage incoming. And I think that's good enough. Alright, I think you guys get the idea. You're going to be getting as far as you can. I'm just going to take that. I don't think I have anything. Yeah. So I'm just going to end it here, but you can get the idea of what's going on. You're going to be getting as far as you can in these runs. and going back to town and upgrading things and then trying over and over and over again. I like the game. It's just sometimes it's super frustrating due to RNG. But if you don't mind that, I feel like sometimes the computer just cheats. But, whether it's random or not, just accept the fact that, it's blackjack. You're not going to win every single game. And if you go into it with that mindset, I think you'll enjoy it. The game is 50% off or so right now as part of Steam's spring sale, so now's the time to get it if you're interested. It's like $5. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.